Excellent. Now, Mr. Craig Field's going to step up and take center stage for 90 seconds while Shana sits back and just enjoys.
I started talking about I think it's wonderful. In fact, I'm a little jealous of the honesty that Shana shows she has a husband and a boyfriend. I think it's a beautiful thing. But her husband, his name is David, and her boyfriend's name is David. Her favorite statue is King David, with the guy with the penis and the testicles, the whole thing. It's all this David. She goes through life infatuated with Davids. I think it's beautiful, though. And I appreciate the honesty. Other people sneaking around. They're sleeping behind their spouse and stuff. You guys are like, okay, I love you, or I don't know what you say so much. Once again, what I know, I don't care. I just heard it. I'm watching, listening. But I thought about it since I heard a little bit about it, and I would imagine when she's making love to either of them, and she's like, David. Are both those guys going, wait, are you fucking talking? Are you thinking about me? What the fuck? Are you sure? Oh, David. No, it better be me. Damn it. But also, along that same line, there's got to be some interaction. Like you pass the kids, when you have a wife or a divorce, passing kids around, you pass the wife around, and sometimes David and David are in the same room together, and they're probably friends. He's like, we already know all the cards on the table if I know. So, sometimes all three of them are together, and Shane has to go off to the bathroom. So there's David and David stand there. One's a comedian, one's a balloon artist, and talking, so when she's off. And I'll bet this fucking had happened, and gonna happen again, like whenever she leaves the room. It's like, man, I wouldn't fuck her with your dick. No, I wouldn't fuck her with your dick.
What?
Right, Shana.
Yes, it is a roast. Well done. We're on a strictly last name basis in the bedroom for convenience sake. Okay. Now, if you've listened closely to Craig Field's comedy, and who has? You've noticed a portrait of the man as a young artist emerging over the sets, right? We found out that he was a mischievous young boy who was into creating art. He then went to Chico State, became a bit of a party boy, started drinking, started doing cocaine, started dealing cocaine. But then he met a wonderful woman, and he changed his life around. He straightened up, he cleaned up his act. What I'm saying is, Camilo, this is your future, so... Craig Fields has a penis. That's not a joke so much as it is a disturbing fact I'd like us all to mention. He's got one right now, as we speak. But you know what? It's probably seen more action than some of the people in this room. I posted a picture on my Facebook page today of a young Craig Fields. Only guy who had less hair when he was young was in a mohawk. There's no way that guy has seen less pussy than Jeremy Rakalkas. Like that. Like that. But no, I do want to end it on something a little nice. Craig, honestly, for a man in your 50s, you have an amazing head of hair, right? Jorge would say you have an amazing head of hair for a man in your 30s. Cromwell would say you have an amazing head of hair for a man in your 20s. But you do. I love you, Craig.
All right, give it up one more time for both of these comedians. All right, it's that time one more time, guys. This is it for the night where you're going to decide who the winner is. Ladies and gentlemen, first Mr. Craig Fields, if you would step up here into the spotlight, please. If you love Craig Fields' costume and comedy, let's give it up. Oh, I thought Camilo, I'm sorry, I thought the producer confused me. I'm sorry.
Fucking amateurs.
I'm sorry, you're right. It's a timing issue, my bad.
I didn't even get to my prop
I know. All right, guys, my bad. I know I look bad, but I swear that wasn't my fault. All right, we're gonna bring up Craig Fields one more time for 5 more jokes. I'm gonna shut the F up and go in the corner.
I question mark your judgment.
I went to Buena High School. Shana went to Nordhoff High School. And as I've gotten older, I can distinguish the difference throughout my life, how you can tell the difference between the Buena High School graduate and the Nordhoff High School alumnus. And that is, well, how does the Buena High School graduate get the Nordhoff High School alumnus off their front porch? Just pay him for the pizza.
Craigslist is the internet go-to site for weird sex meetups, but why go to Craigslist when you could just go to Craig's house?
Or my work. Talking about Shana having sex and all that, it's normal. It's part of what we do. This infatuation with her boyfriend, husband, David, go through life, like, give me the Davids. It turns out, take this, her gynecologist's name is Dr. David Davidson. Okay, milk family named David, all this shit. But she goes in for a gyno checkup, like everyone, it's just normal. It's not a put down, it's what people do. She puts her legs through the stirrup naked, and Dr. David Davidson, he walks up to this, and he's like, my God, that's the biggest vagina I've ever seen. My God, that's the biggest vagina I've ever seen. Shannon's like, hey, you don't have to say it twice. It's like, I didn't.
Because there's an echo, because it's so huge. I get it, that's funny. Prop comedy is a nuanced art form, clearly. Most practitioners, Carrot Top, no one else use the prop as a punchline, but not Craig. Craig uses the prop as the setup, and the punchline is his life.
On the last time, Shana was like having sex with one of these Davids in her car, in a shitty car. And she was, like really high or drunk or both, or whatever happened. And she didn't have any clothes on, and she went into Vons, bought a few items, whatever. She's like totally naked, and she's, got like something in her mouth, like, I don't know, anal beads or whatever. Anyway, she's going through the line naked, and the clerk's all, there's only a few items, puts it on. So, how are you gonna pay? And she's all standing there like this, and she just points like this. Points to this area of her body. And the clerk like looks over and is all, you got anything smaller?
Craig, I told you that story in confidence. Jesus Christ. All right. I like to think that in the Fields household, there's a door. Behind that door is Craig's special room. There's a dust-covered drum kit. There's the dragon gauntlets. There's paper mache body parts. There's real body parts. There's a full wall mural of himself as He-Man, the power sword outstretched, and Olivia Newton-John clinging to one leg, and a half-inch crusted layer of jizz. I'm so sorry for that image. No, two more.
She does the rules.
You took the gloves off. I'll take the gloves off.
It's almost over, so like I said.
Makes sense.
This Shana went to Nordhoff High School, and the mascot is the Rangers, the Nordhoff Rangers. And I'm not sure if she was on pep squad or cheerleading or anything, but I'll bet if she was, they would have given, like, okay, you made the team, you're on the team, but they would end up giving her that Ranger head to walk around. Who's the Ranger? Shana.
Sick burn. I was in band, so joke's on you. You know, Craig Fields is the only one with the balls to publicly post his predictions for the outcomes of each one of these roast battles, which I applaud. But he did predict that this one would be a tie, which, I mean, maybe if we're going by cup size, but I actually think he has me beat on that.
Oh, good.
I don't believe Shana has any kids, but if she did, could you imagine the little baby, boy or girl, the infant, in the crib, and the relative, everyone's coming by, it's such a beautiful baby, look at her. She would make a beautiful baby. Here's a little baby. Everyone come by, it's so precious, it's perfect. Shana, look at your little baby. And every relative, I'm telling you, from grandpa to you name it, uncle, all the way across the board, every single one of them will say, yeah, it's a beautiful baby, Shana. But he's got his mother's tits.
Well, I brought a prop because this is a Craig Field roast. So I was on Craig's Facebook page in preparation, and a few weeks ago he posted something. He said, "Look, creative genius has the letters to spell out Craig in the right order." There were 2 links. But this is really interesting, and Craig, I took some time and figured out some other words that have Craig in the correct order. Crazy pig. There's also creepy autistic guru. And maybe my personal favorite, crushingly depressing reminder that no matter how many fucking drugs you do, you will still end up lame.
Oh, man. Oh. Boy, are we all happy that I did not force that last round to be skipped. I apologize. That was amazing from both sides. But, so since we already tried it once before, I think you guys know where I'm going next. I'm going to have our first contestant stand up here. Craig Fields into the light. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what to do. Give a big warm round of applause if you want Craig as your red fencing winner.
Yeah! Woo!
Hey. All right, Shana, step up. Ladies and gentlemen, if you thought Shana should move on, give it up! All right, thank you very much. Craig Fields. But Shana Brenion is your winner of this round! Yes! Oh, she's singing me good. She got me good. That's all right. Don't let me get it back. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was all 4 rounds for tonight. Thank you so very much. If you come back to Bombay next week, you can see 4 more rounds. Yes! Leo Martinez versus Luke Cromwell.
Oh, that's
we'll
gonna be
kick it
sad.
off. I will be here. Camila will be here. Head over to the Hong Kong Inn for more comedy if you like, or just drink here. Thank you very much for coming out, everybody.
Right now,
yes,
we're continuing.
right now. Just follow the Pied Piper of Ventura County. Thank you very much, everybody. Good night.
Just promise me ours isn't going to be a shit show. All right. Okay, I have some quality for you. I'm very excited.
I'm very
What's up, Mina?
Hey!
How'd you do tonight? Heard you
That stupid Jew bagel beat me.
Oh, you little fucking Jew.
Yeah, he did. I want him tested for steroids.
He's already right. I want a real bloody fight, so be on your period.
That might be able to be arranged.
Just like concentrate on.
I'm on birth control. I have control of when I have to pee. I know.
And you would be. You're just not controlling.
I am.
What are you recording? Hey, a little free fight.
So scary.
No, by all means. This is pre-round shit talking. It has to take place.
Should I do
Tara's
my?
making a documentary.
Yes. Should I do my one joke I've written? I don't want him to hear it.
No, you can't because
Okay, then I won't.
you run the risk of him hearing it. All right, tell me.
No, you don't want to know.
Now I have to know.
Guess you'll have to tune in next week to find out.
Who's gonna win between you and Jorge? Who's gonna win?
Oh, I am.
You are?
Yeah.
Like no contest?
No, it'll be close, but I'm gonna win.
Oh, are you gonna make it close to make him feel better, or is it gonna be close?
No, he's just like kind of talented.
Not great at all. Fine.
That's not the attitude that's gonna win.
And then like after